Hello guys, welcome to online web tutor presented by profotech solutions team. I am Sanjay. We are learning VueJs tutorial for beginners in Hindi and this is part 11. In this video session guys, we will discuss about computed property in VueJs. And also guys, if you are a beginner to this channel then please don't forget to subscribe and keep watching our previous video sessions of VueJs tutorial to get the clear vision about part number 11. ओके सो बेसिकली गाइज अभी तक हमने काफ़ी कुछ कवर किया हुआ है अपने VueJs ट्यूटोरियल में. सो जस्ट गो टू यूट्यूब. अगर आप बिगिनर हो गाइज, अगर आपने वीडियो सेशन यहीं से स्टार्ट करी है तो मैं आपको स्ट्रांगली सजेस्ट करूंगा कि आप पार्ट 10 तक इस चैनल के थ्रू देख सकते हैं. ओके जहां पर हमने काफ़ी कुछ डिस्कशन किया हुआ है अपने इस प्लेलिस्ट के अंदर. साथ ही साथ आपको अगर कोड डाउनलोड करना हो तो आप कोड भी डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. सो जस्ट ये रही वो गिटहब रिपोजिटरी गाइस जहाँ पर हम अपने मीन्स कोड करने के बाद हम जहाँ कोड कमिट करते हैं. एंड दिस इज़ ऑल अबाउट फ्रॉम कोडिंग स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ वीडियो 3 दैट इज़ कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ मैथड्स टू वीडियो नंबर 10 दैट इज़ टू डेटा बाइंडिंग. ओके तो सारे कोड आप इस गिटहब रिपोजिटरी के थ्रू डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं और यहाँ से भी कोड को समझ सकते हैं. Okay, so basically we start from this video session and this is our part 11. So right now guys, we have created a simple HTML structure as you can see and this is our view instance. Okay, so सबसे पहले हम एक method define करेंगे. Let's say run me. Okay, this is a simple method actually we are going to define and let's say that console.log. This is first method. Okay, और इस मेथड को हम कॉल करने वाले हैं अपने video 11.html फाइल पे. and how can we call that? Simply this is the way to call. Okay, this is function name with parenthesis symbol. So just save this file, go to browser and let's refresh this page. And as you can see, okay, it is not running. Let me check that. And actually I think guys it is running. Here is the message. Okay, so first of all let's clear console and here is the message as you can see. This is first method. ओके सो ये रही गाइज वो मेथड जो कि हमने बनाया हुआ और हमने उसके मैसेज को कंसोल में प्रिंट किया. ओके तो अब हम स्टार्ट करते हैं गाइज व्हाट इज़ कंप्यूटर प्रॉपर्टीज़. ओके तो सबसे पहले गाइज हम एग्जांपल पे बात करेंगे, एग्जांपल को समझेंगे और एग्जांपल से हम कंक्लूजन के तौर पे, समरी के तौर पे वी विल गेट द डेफिनेशन ऑफ कंप्यूटर प्रॉपर्टी इन VueJs. ओके if we study the definition of computer property in starting so might it will be difficult to understand. okay so पहले हम इसके एग्जांपल को समझेंगे, बाद में इसके मीन्स कंपैरिजन करेंगे इसके डेफिनेशन के साथ. ओके सो मैं क्या करूँगा गाइस, सिंपली एक इनपुट टाइप टेक्स्ट बॉक्स बनाऊंगा. सो लेट्स मेक अ टेक्स्ट बॉक्स समथिंग कॉल्ड input type text and let's get rid of all these attributes or let's make a placeholder that is enter name. okay let's say enter first name. okay मैं एक और टेक्स्ट बॉक्स बनाऊंगा. let me define that input type, get rid of all that, मैं इसे रिमूव कर दूंगा and let's say placeholder that is enter last name. ओके अगर मैं सेव कर दूं इस फाइल को, जस्ट गो टू रिफ्रेश दिस पेज और ये रही हमारी एट्रीब्यूट्स. ओके अगर मैं इस मेथड में अगर कुछ प्रिंट कर दूं समथिंग लेट्स से दैट इज रिटर्न आई एम हियर. ओके आई एम अ मेथड सिंपल. okay so if you save this file, refresh this page, I am a method. okay so this is a function call. So basically what we have to do next, we have to make a computer property which basically prints the first name and the last name, means the value of these two values concatenating with each other. okay something called Sanjay and let's say Kumar. so these name after concatenation means Sanjay Kumar will be printed here by the help of computer property. okay so how can we achieve that? so just go to editor, just go to view instance and let's make another property called computed. okay it's an object. हम इस ऑब्जेक्ट के अंदर गाइस एक मेथड बनाने वाले हैं समथिंग कॉल्ड get full name and basically it's a function. so let's say function get full name फंक्शन क्या रिटर्न करी गाइस, हमारी वैल्यू समथिंग कॉल्ड फर्स्ट नेम. अगर मैं यहाँ पे डिफाइन करूँ लेट्स से फर्स्ट नेम, it should be blank at starting and let's say last name again it should be blank at starting. okay so first name and the last name, it returns the full name, something called return this dot first name, okay, concatenating with space, let's say this dot last name. ओके सो गेट फुल नेम गाइज हमने कंप्यूटर प्रॉपर्टी डिफाइन किया हुआ है. बाय द हेल्प ऑफ दिस कंप्यूटर प्रॉपर्टी एक्चुअली वी विल गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ फर्स्ट नेम एज वेल एज द लास्ट नेम. Next what we have to do, we have to set the values for first name and the last name. Okay, so how can we achieve that? Last video session में guys जहाँ पर हमने two-way data binding के बारे में पढ़ा था, basically we have to do called v model. Okay, and let's say here first name, okay, जो कि हमने define किया हुआ है, again v model, and let's say last name. Okay, so by the help of v model guys, actually we have updated the first name value to data property as well. Okay, next हम क्या करने वाले guys, just copy this computer property name get full name, just go to HTML file, और मैं क्या करूँगा यहाँ पर just inside that let's say full, or inside let's say h4 tag full name. Okay, and this is our computer properties that we have made. Get full name, remember there is no parenthesis with this computer property name. Okay, so just save this file, go to browser and refresh this page. Let's enter some values called Sanjay, as you can see, and the next value we're going to enter into the last name section. Okay, so let's say Kumar, and as you can see this is the value of computed property, which basically gives us the value of concatenating the value of first name as well as the last name. So this is called a computed property, okay, which basically depends on our input value and do a quick calculation. ओके जैसे हमने कोई वैल्यू एंटर किया गाइस इस टेक्स्ट बॉक्स में, इसने क्या किया कि इन वैल्यूज़ के हेल्प से इसने कनकैटिनेशन ऑपरेटर यूज़ करके इन दोनों वैल्यूज़ को इसने कनकैटिनेट किया और हमें इसने आउटपुट दिखाई. ओके, इट एक्चुअली डज अ क्विक कैलकुलेशन. Okay, so just go to definition, and this is our definition section about computer properties. So computer properties can be used to do a quick calculations of properties that are displayed in the view. These calculation will be cached and will only update when needed. Okay, so basically if we compare this definition guys with this example, then how can we actually compare that? This is a input type property, okay, which basically contains some value. हमारे पास कुछ values हैं, इनकी इन values को हमने साथ में जोड़ करके full name create किया. This is a quick calculation. अगर हम एक और example बनाएं instead of that example, so just go to editor again and let's make another, let's say br tag again, br tag, and let's make another input type text box, that is input type text box. Remove all these attributes and let's say that v model, and in this v model means in this text box we need to enter the meter value, length in meter. Okay, so let's say that meter, okay, and placeholder that is enter length in meter. Okay, just copy the meter property name, go to video11.js file, and let's define another parameter inside this data object, okay, that is meter, and initial value let's blank. Okay, what we are going to do inside this computer property, we are going to define a method which basically converts this meter into our centimeter length. Okay, so let's say that convert to centimeter. Okay, and basically this is also a function which basically converts this length means from meter to our centimeter. Okay, so basically return this property, let's say this dot meter, basically 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. Okay, so this dot meter equal to means into 100, which basically returns that suppose we have 1 meter, हमारे पास 1 मीटर है, that is equal to something 100 centimeter. Okay, so by the help of this calculation guys, by the help of this calculation means 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. Okay, we have made a computer property called convert to centimeter. Okay, so just copy this computer property name, go inside this text box, and let's say that length in centimeter cm, and it should be something computer properties that we have made, and something like this is okay, convert to centimeter, and let's wrap this all within h4 tag. Okay, so just save this file, go to browser again, refresh this page. Now let's enter some values in this text box. Just I am pressing 1. Okay, nothing happens. Just go to editor again, and first of all we have to save this file. Okay, so just go to browser again, refresh this page, and now let's enter the length in meters. Just I am pressing 1. So 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. Good. Okay, if we press 2, then 2 meter, that means 2 into 100, that is 200 centimeters. Okay, let's say 100. So basically 100 meters equal to 10,000 centimeters. Okay, so this is a quick calculation. This is a quick calculation on the behalf of this input value. Okay, so basically summary के तौर पे अगर देखा जाए guys, तो computer properties are some properties which actually does a quick calculation to the view section, and it is totally dependent on the properties that actually we have passed from our Vue.js application. Okay, so just back to our definition section, and computer properties allow us to have model specific complex values computed for the view. These values will be bound to the dependency values and only update when required. सो एक बार और हम इसके कॉन्सेप्ट को समझें गाइस. सो जस्ट बैक टू आवर एडिटर. हमने क्या किया, बेसिकली वी हैव मेड अ इनपुट टाइप टेक्स्ट बॉक्स, okay, which basically has a property of v model, that is meter. okay, जब भी हमने कोई वैल्यू इसके अंदर एंटर करी, it updates the value right here. okay, जैसे ये वैल्यू अपडेट हुई, and we actually called the computed property called convert to centimeter. okay, so basically after calling this convert to centimeter computer property, it takes the value of meter. okay, it takes the value of meter and multiplied into 100. That means it converted from meter to centimeter. This is the role of computer properties, to do a quick calculation to the view section. okay, so let's praise here, let's say Sanjay and Kumar. Here also a calculation is of concatenating the name to get the full name. Here is also a quick calculation to get the full name, and also if we press any values, here is also a quick calculation to convert meter into centimeter. This is only possible guys by the help of computer properties. ओके, Vue.js एप्लीकेशन में गाइज हमारे पास काफ़ी सारे ऑप्शंस होते हैं जिसके हेल्प से हम पेजेस पे कैलकुलेशंस कर सकते हैं, एंड कंप्यूटर प्रॉपर्टी इज वन ऑफ द फास्टेस्ट वे टू डू कैलकुलेशन ऑन द व्यू सेक्शन. नाउ हियर वी हैव अ क्वेश्चन. Question is that what is the difference between a method and a computer properties? Because as we have seen that run may is a function, right? We have defined a function inside this method, and also we have defined get full name property means method inside this computed property. So what is the basic difference between this method and this method? And the difference of these two guys is very simple. You can understand very easily. Just go to browser, refresh this page once more, and now I am placing something inside this text box. हम इस text box में कुछ press करते हैं, and now you have to say into the console section as well. okay, let's press 1. As you can see, this is first method. As you have remembered that this method actually we have written inside this method. Again I am placing some values inside this text box. Let's say 1 1 1. As you can see that this method continuously fired. okay, and now again I am entering some values into the first section as well as the last section. So let's say online Web Tutor. okay, as you can see that 27 times actually this run method has actually fired. So here is the term comes, that is performance execution. okay, अगर हम बात guys comparison की कर रहे हैं, so computer properties are much faster than the methods. Why they are faster? क्योंकि हम जब भी पेज लोड करते हैं, जब भी हम पेज रिफ्रेश करते हैं, then methods get itself called. जब भी हम पेज रिफ्रेश करेंगे, this method automatically get called. okay, because it is independent of any of the properties actually we have defined inside the data property. okay, but basically computer properties are not get fired because these computer properties are dependent on the properties of data attribute. Why? Because when we press any value inside this text box, either in this box, either in this box, then the computer properties fired when we press any key inside this text box. बिकॉज हमने जो कंप्यूटर प्रॉपर्टीज गाइज यहाँ पर कैलकुलेशन के लिए यूज किया हुआ, दिस इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन दिस इनपुट, बट यहाँ पर जो कंप्यूटर प्रॉपर्टीज हमने जो डिफाइन किया हुआ, दिस इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन दिस टेक्स्ट बॉक्स एज वेल एज इन दिस टेक्स्ट बॉक्स. ओके, सो कंप्यूटर प्रॉपर्टी गाइज पर्टिकुलर स्पेसिफिक कंडीशन फायर होती है ऑन गेटिंग ऑन द डिपेंडेंट वैल्यूज, बट जो मेथड्स होते हैं हमारे वो कंटिन्यू फायर होते हैं, पेज रिफ्रेश पे भी वो लोड होते हैं. सो परफॉर्मेंस एग्जीक्यूशन पे देखा जाए गाइस तो कंप्यूटर प्रॉपर्टीज आर मच फास्टर दैन द मेथड्स, एंड ऑल्सो द कंप्यूटर प्रॉपर्टीज आर टोटली डिपेंडेंट ऑन द प्रॉपर्टीज values of data attribute. Okay, so for the definition section I have a slide, and this is something called what is the difference between computer properties versus methods. Method, using the syntax, the function name means the function that we have made, that is run me. Okay, method gets executed every time the page renders. Okay, जब भी पेज रेंडर होता है method itself get called. Okay, but the computer properties, Vue remembers that the values that the computer properties is dependent on, because the calculation of computer properties is dependent on these input boxes. So let's make another example to understand the computer properties and the quick calculation of computer properties. Okay, so just go to editor again, and let's make something called 3 text boxes. Okay, so let's say input type text box 1, and it basically contains, let's say, V model, and it contains the marks for maths subject. Okay, another input text box, it contains the value of, let's call V model, and it contains the science marks. Okay, and also we have a text box which contains the value, let's say, English. Okay, so let's say V model, and it contains the value for English. Okay, so what we have to do with these marks, we are going to make a computer property which basically means gives us the calculation or the total marks of these subjects. Okay, when we enter any value corresponding to these subjects, then the computer properties will give us the total marks of these subjects. Okay, so let's make a computer properties. Let's say that within h3 tag, let's say h3 tag total marks. Okay, and it gives the total marks of our, let's say, total subject marks. Okay, this is a computer properties. So just make copy of this now and go to computed, and let's make a comma here, and let's define, basically it's a function, and it returns something called return. Let's define some of the variables inside this data attribute, and these parameters are called maths. Just copy this V model element, paste it here, it is blank, and again define, let's say, science blank value, and let's say English. Okay, which basically contains null value. Okay, so when we press any marks, when we enter any marks to these text boxes, this gives the total calculation. Okay, so we have to add these 3 values. So just go to computer properties. Let's say that this dot maths plus this dot English plus this dot science as well. Okay, so basically this gives us the total calculation of our total marks of science, English, and maths as well. Okay, so just go to browser again, refresh this page, and let's make some placeholder to understand. Let's say placeholder, let's say maths. Okay, maths marks. Okay, again we have to enter in placeholder, let's say science marks. Okay, and again let's enter again placeholder English marks. Okay, so just save this file, refresh this page, and now we are going to enter some of the marks. Let's say 90 in maths, science let's say 85, and English let's say 73. Okay, so this is, and as we can see that the calculation is not so right. Okay, so how can we add these 3 values? So just go to editor again, go to view instance, and first of all we have to initialize these all values with 0. Okay, so maths subject has marks 0, English and science as well as 0. Okay, so just go back to our computer property, and now we have to wrap this all within parseInt function, which basically converts the string value into the integer value. Okay, so let's say parseInt. All we have to wrap all these values inside the parseInt function. Okay, so if we save this file, again go to browser, refresh this page, and let's say that in 90 marks we got in mathematics. Okay, 80 marks we got actually in science, and in English we got, let's say, 70. So this is the total marks that actually we got in all three subjects. This is the quick calculation by the help of this computer property. So by the help of this video session, guys, I think I have made much more clear concept about the computer properties and about its definition, as well as what is the very basic difference between the method and computer properties. All we have seen in this video session. Okay, so if you have any doubt in this video session, guys, then just drop your comment. I will give my reply as soon as possible. So for this video session, guys, thank you for watching. Have a great day.